Thanks so much, Lori. So now we're going to start the formal part of our program, and we're going to begin celebrating with some amazing leaders here in our great state of New Jersey. Our first award today is the Candy Straight Women Trailblazer Award. Now, first, let me tell you a little bit about Candy Straight, if you didn't have the privilege of knowing her. We named this award the Trailblazer Award because that was Candy, a true trailblazer, a tireless advocate for women in New Jersey politics, in the business world, and in the film industry. She knew the challenges women face in reaching greater professional heights. Not only did she break down barriers herself, but she helped other women to do the same, blazing a trail always for the next generation to come. She also played an instrumental role in the 2 elections of Governor Christy Todd Whitman, both in 1993 and 1997. She was an incredible role model, and it was a privilege to know her and be guided by her sage advice. It is truly my honor to present this award to 2 powerhouse women with Porzio Government Affairs. Lynn Nowak, the Executive Vice President, and Barbara DeMarco, Vice President, Porzio Government Affairs. As you both make your way up to the stage, please make your way up so I can brag about you a little bit. And give them a round of applause as they make their way up, please. Both Lynn and Barbara are a dynamic force in public policy and business strategy. They have been on more power lists than I can count on both hands. Consistently recognized for their leadership, community engagement, and strategic thinking. Let me start with Lynn. Lynn represents the interests of a wide variety of clients before the legislature and executive branch, analyzing policy trends and devising and executing a legislative strategy that always gets the job done. An example of her get-it-done attitude is found in the legalization of adult-use cannabis, where she served as an advisor to the New Jersey United for Marijuana Reform. She was a member of the steering committee that executed the campaign to secure approval of ballot question 1, the public legalization of cannabis. For this, Lynn has been dubbed one of the most skilled lobbyists in New Jersey. She came to Porzio through a merger she led as president of landmark lobbying firm Nancy H. Becker Associates in 2008. I know Nancy's here today. Thank you for joining us, Nancy. You are a true trailblazer in your own right. There you are. Thank you, Nancy. Lynn also spent time in the public sector as the legislative liaison at the New Jersey Department of Commerce and served on the board of directors of the Sports Hall of Fame of New Jersey, which eventually became the legendary now Hall of Fame of New Jersey. Congratulations, Lynn. Please come to the podium and provide some remarks for us.
Thank you, Michelle and NJBIA. Oops, I'm a little shorter than she is. For giving this award to Barbara and to me, and it is truly a tremendous honor. Very early on in my career as a lobbyist, I was talking with the legendary Winona Littman, and there may be some of you in this room who remember her, the Steel Magnolia. At that time, she was the only woman serving in the Senate, and she said to me, and this is how she put it, "Little girl, you may think it is harder to be black than it is to be a woman working in the legislature. But you know what? You're wrong." And she was both. And she and so many others paved the way for me, made my path a little easier by paving the way, and I'm very proud of that. And I hope that, in turn, I've done the same for women who came after me, at least in the world of lobbying. I started my career as a lobbyist at Nancy Becker Associates, and for most of that time, we were an all-woman firm. At the time of her retirement, Nancy chose to hand over the presidency to me. What a great honor. And then in 2008, as Michelle referred to, I merged the firm into Porzio Governmental Affairs, which we call PGA. Becoming part of the Porzio family was a tremendous step in building the strength and reach of both firms. I want to extend particular thanks to DeMarco for introducing me to then what was fledgling PGA. And also to Sal Anderton, who came over to Porzio from NBA with me, and together with Barbara, have led to the growth and success of PGA. And of course, that success could not come without our entire incredible PGA team seated over there. Thank you, and one sitting right there. Thanks to each of you. And although he could not be here today, Barbara and I also want to thank Porzio's managing partner, Vito Gagliardi, for his steadfast support and leadership. And I also have to thank the people closest to me who have always understood that I have a job that can be a little crazy. To my significant other, Ed McDonald, who has been with me for almost 20 years. Ed, you are my rock. To my children, Ben and Julie Capriati, I think I rarely missed a school or sporting event or helping you with homework, but it wasn't always easy. And I want to thank you for being who you are. And finally, I want to thank Sarah Carnaccio for making my son's life complete. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn. And now Barbara. Barbara advises clients in multiple policy areas, including education, serving as a longtime advocate for education reform and working with clients that provide choices for parents and families of individuals with complex special needs in education. She also leads the non-traditional female policy verticals of gaming, agriculture, and technology, where she helps clients navigate legislative, regulatory, and procurement matters. She's also spoken and written widely on the issue of women in atypical professions. Most recently, she was the point person for a project that brought a world-class data center to the Atlantic City Convention Center to support the back end of internet gaming and sports wagering in New Jersey. She serves as the chair of the Greater Atlantic City Chamber of Commerce and is an incredible partner and resource for our work at NJBIA. Help me to congratulate Barbara.
As Lynn said, this is a true honor. I can't tell you how wonderful it is to work with NJBIA. The relationship has extended for at least 2, almost 3 decades. To Chris Emmelholtz, thank you for always working with me as we secured funding for vulnerable populations, especially individuals with developmental disabilities, people with intellectual, physical, and behavioral issues that need the programs and supports that the state provides. Thank you to Althea Ford for your work with our fabulous J.C. Lance and Patricia Morgan, two tenacious and intelligent young women who advocate on behalf of the child care industry. Every working mom and dad needs quality, community-based, licensed childcare. Childcare that reflects a work day and a work year. And that is the work we do with BIA. To Michelle, thank you for all the support you've given me as chairwoman of the Greater Atlantic City Chamber of Commerce. I know this is a special place for you as you do own a home in the South Shore region of the state. And together with our friends at the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce, we thank you as we try to advocate for the unique needs of an area that is not economically diverse, that has only the casino industry, agriculture, blue and green acres, and travel and tourism over about a 6-month period. Please remember that whatever you do as legislators to impact the northern part of the state in a positive way, that it might impact the southern part of the state in not so positive way. To my family and friends at Porzio, you are incredible. You're a policy-focused shop who knows how to do the politics. From the wonderful Steve Oraho, the former Senate Minority Leader who is the epitome of bipartisanship, to Bo Huck, and just a brilliant young man, Sal Anderton, my brother from another mother, and of course, Tommy, Karen, and Ann. You are the spokes that help us keep that wheel turning forward. Finally, to the person who lights my entire path, my son Christopher, I couldn't be more proud of you. From your acceptance to the University of Notre Dame Mendoza School of Business, go Irish, to he wouldn't forgive me if I didn't say that, to his work in the financial industry in New York City. I couldn't be more proud of you. Thank you for always being supportive. Thank you for being proud of me. And thank you for allowing me to cart you to Monmouth Park Racetrack, Atlantic City, multiple farms around the state of New Jersey, the State House, and many, many other places. You never complained, and you always saw it as an adventure. And to the young women who don't think you can do non-traditional policy areas, yes, you can. Whether it's agriculture, technology, gaming and wagering, farming. I'm an example of someone who has done it for 30 years. You can do it. And finally, to the woman who taught me at a very young age that my ego was not my amigo, to put my head down, work hard, and actions speak louder than words, the woman who broke the glass ceiling for every young woman, or now older woman, who wears the governmental affairs agent badge, Nancy Becker.
Please stand up, Nancy. Nancy was our mentor. Nancy, I was a political animal when she hired me, but she taught me how to lobby, how to read the room, how to count the votes, how to make sure I was prepared, and it's just a great honor. We're here because of you, Nancy. Thank you so much.
Fabulous. Congratulations to you both. Next is our Leonard C. Johnson Awards. These awards are given annually to NJBIA member leaders who have gone above and beyond to advocate for the whole of the New Jersey business community. First up, and this is truly an honor, I'd like to recognize and invite to join me on the stage Denise Beckson, the Vice President, Chief Administrative and External Affairs Officer, Maurice Piers and Beachfront Water Parks. Denise, please make your way up. So let me tell you a little bit about our Denise. For more than 3.5 decades, Denise has worked at Maurice Piers and Resorts in Wildwood. She is a tireless effort in all that she does for all workforce, but in particular for teens, as well as the hospitality and tourism industry in New Jersey and beyond. There is no committee, coalition, or gathering on these issues where she will not, or you will not see Denise in the room. And chances are she's not just in attendance, but she is leading. Back during the wake of COVID-19, when our tourism workers did not return to work, Denise got to work, realizing that youth workers were hungry for work and that New Jersey's laws on youth hours were archaic. Denise successfully assisted NJBIA in leading the fight to reform the teen worker laws. Her voice and boots on the ground advocacy made the difference. She also took the J-1 visa fight to D.C. to ensure our international youth who count on their New Jersey shore work experiences got their chance. Her leadership is on display as an NJBIA trustee, chair for the New Jersey Restaurant and Hospitality Association, and as a member of the boards of both the New Jersey Amusement Association and the New Jersey Tourism Industry Association. Internationally, she serves as the chair of the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions on their North American Governmental Relations Committee and the North America Advisory Committee. And as a nod to her expertise on visas, in 2025, she was appointed to the board of the Coalition of American Public Diplomacy and Leadership, an independent nonprofit working group to strengthen J-1 visa exchange programs. Quite the dynamo, isn't she, our Denise? Thank you, Denise, for your tireless work. Let's congratulate Denise.
Thank you, Michelle, and good morning. I'm very honored and was a bit surprised when I learned of this, and I thought to myself, if you told 14-year-old me when I was working my first summer job on the Wildwood Boardwalk that I would be standing here today, still working a job on the Wildwood Boardwalk, I would have laughed as well. And then I might have said something like, yeah, right. You know, and Indiana University is going to win the National Football Championship. Go Hoosiers, proud alum. NJBIA has been an extraordinary partner, and I'm grateful to be recognized by an organization that represents the businesses that keep New Jersey running, that create jobs, that invest in the community, that participate in philanthropic endeavors, and that do the hard work behind the headlines. BIA represents some of the smartest, hardest working people in this state, from small business to large, banks to utilities and everything in between, including seasonal amusement parks. It's been said that the world moves forward because people choose to produce, to build, and to take responsibility for what they create. And that idea is at the heart of what NJBIA represents every day. To the policymakers in the room, thank you for listening and for engaging with stakeholders. As you well know, collaboration drives the best outcomes. To Will and Jack Morey, thank you for your trust, for your leadership, and for proving every day that family-owned businesses can continue to grow, to innovate, and can thrive across generations. To my colleagues at Morey's Peers, this recognition is a team acknowledgement. Engaging in advocacy is not for the faint of heart. It ain't easy, but it is deeply rewarding. Because when you see good, common sense policy move forward, you know New Jerseyans win, and that makes all the effort worth it. This state is tough, resilient, innovative, occasionally loud, and it's home. It's an honor to be part of this group that tries to make it a better place for all of us. Thank you.
Let's have another round of applause for Denise. It is now my honor to welcome to the stage our amazing VP of Government Affairs, Althea Ford, who will continue the awards.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Okay, all right, great. Excellent. It is truly my honor to continue with our award presentation, and I'd like to invite our next awardee, Ward Sanders, President of the New Jersey Association of Health Plans, to the floor. Come on up, Ward. Since 2006, Ward has served as the president of the New Jersey Association of Health Plans, the state trade association that represents the major commercial health insurance providers, including all 5 managed care organizations partnering with the state to serve Medicaid beneficiaries. Ward is a well-experienced leader in the field, having served for 15 years in state government positions as the executive director of the New Jersey Individual Health Coverage Program, Small Employer Health Benefits Program boards, and as deputy attorney general. Ward is a strong advocate and an invaluable resource in educating the legislature about the challenges faced by all employers and small employers in particular when even the most well-intentioned health insurance mandates are enacted. And he will not shy away from pointing out when the state exempts itself from costly mandates, leaving our dwindling small employer market to carry the weight of cost increases. He is a respected leader and a great colleague, and I am honored to work alongside him to advocate for our state's job creators. Ward, congratulations.
I want to thank NJBIA and Althea and Michelle for honoring me here today. It's a great honor. I'm pleased to accept the Leonard C. Johnson Award. I also want to thank my staff. There was a picture of me up there, at least 10 years old. Much more hair, darker hair, so thank you to the staff, right off the bat. I've been working with representatives from NJBIA for well over 30 years, starting in 1993. I didn't have the honor of knowing Mr. Johnson. I think he passed away in the early 90s, but I certainly knew of him. My work with the NJBIA started when I was in the Attorney General's office, and then later with the Department of Banking and Insurance through the Individual and Small Employer Health Benefits Program boards. And it was an amazing cast of really talented folks that have come through. I just wanted to note them because I don't know that any of them, some of the older folks are here today, and I think some have passed. But it started with really Joe Gonzalez and Maureen Lopes. Yeah, that's right. who were really terrific. And they were, especially Maureen, was key to passing Governor Florio's healthcare reforms in the early 1990s. It was 1992 it passed. And there was a coalition of women. It's called the HEAL, it was a HEAL coalition, but they were represented by all women leaders. They used to internally refer to themselves as the High Heel Coalition, if you remember. But they were really early trailblazers, and I was just thinking about the Candy Strait Award. There were some really strong leaders as part of that, and Maureen was certainly one of them. Phil Kirshner, Brian Markowitz, Christine Stearns, Melanie Willoughby, John Rogers, lots of other folks, I'm sure, Althea, Chris, and Michelle now. It was really a great and talented group of folks who have really top of the list of influential New Jerseyans. I've always been impressed by the level of talent that NJBIA has been able to attract and continues to attract. The core of my work with NJBIA, whether it was with the AG's office or Adobe or the Association of Health Plans, has been an effort to make sure that health care is comprehensive, affordable, and accessible for New Jersey residents, especially New Jersey small employers, who really are the backbone of New Jersey's economy. There's been some successes and failures along the way, but it's been critically important, and NJBIA has a really important voice in that process. Yesterday, I noticed that BIA published a blog post about health coverage for small employers and how the number of small employers who are offering coverage is dropping, and it's a huge challenge nationally. It was a national study, so clearly there's a lot more work to be done. I look forward to working with the good folks at BIA as we advocate moving forward. I also look forward to working with the new Sherrill administration, our legislators and regulators to ensure that we have more affordable options for small employers. And thank you again for this award. I really appreciate it.
Round of applause.
Awesome. Now I'll move forward to our Paul L. Trost Awards. So annually, we present NJBIA's Paul L. Trost Award to public servants who have made an outstanding contribution to the state of New Jersey and to its business community. This year, our first award is presented to Assemblyman William Spearman. Please join me. Chairman Spearman is a dedicated public servant whose leadership advances opportunity, equity, and economic growth. He has been a strong advocate for small businesses, entrepreneurship, and workforce development, recognizing that thriving businesses are essential to strong communities. Drawing on his experience from both the public and private sectors, Chairman Spearman brings practical insight and a collaborative approach to policymaking. His leadership and commitment to service have earned him widespread respect and numerous accolades. We are pleased to recognize Chairman Spearman for his integrity, impact, and steadfast support of New Jersey's job creators. Congratulations, Chairman.
Good morning. I bring you greetings from the 5th Legislative District and my colleagues Bill Moen and Senator Nilsa Cruz Perez. It's always a pleasure to be with NJBIA. This is truly an honor. As a legislator, our jobs are to listen to the business community, listen to the residents, and come up with solutions that are optimal for both. The fact that you're giving me this award says that I'm listening, which is a good thing, but the work is not done. There's much more to do. I will be looking forward to listening to you, working with you, and finding solutions to help you make more money so you can hire more people and pay more taxes. But we won't talk about taxes. Thank you so much.
To continue the Trost Awards, I'd like to invite up my colleague and NJBIA Deputy Chief Government Affairs Officer, Ray Cantor.
Good morning again. It is my honor to announce the next award to Assemblyman Gerry Scharfenberger. Assemblyman, if you want to come up. I have known the Assemblyman since we both worked together in the Christie administration. The Assemblyman is a steady voice who asks the right questions and is supportive of the business community and shows that support in Trenton. He is one of the few legislators who actually reads everything I send him and often responds back with even more questions. I appreciate that. We value his leadership and support of the business community and are honored to present this award to him today. Assemblyman.
Thank you, Ray, and thank you, everyone. You know what? This is such an honor. You know, it seems so cliche to say. I don't have any words for this. I was told 2 minutes, so I'm going to try and keep it there. But I should be giving NJBIA an award. They do so much for the business community and so much for New Jersey here, and they're such an important ally for us in the legislature. You have no idea how many times I'll call Ray or Chris or Althea or whoever it is and ask about a particular bill. Where are you guys on with this? And always get sage advice. When we have a committee meeting and we have some contentious bills and I see one of them walk into the room, I'm like, okay, you know, backup is here, all's good. And, you know, it's no secret, New Jersey is not an easy state to do business in. But NJBIA always cuts to the chase. They're not emotional. You always get the real story from them, and they're really a great, great resource for us here. And I'm so honored to be a part of their team. And, you know, we have to be a team here. We have to be mindful that businesses are so important on so many levels, on philanthropic levels, too. Certainly the job creations, the taxes they generate, so important that we can't be driving them out of the state with over legislation. And that's where NJBIA and their voice of reason comes in, and it keeps us on the straight and narrow. So I want to thank Michelle, Ray, Chris, Althea, and everyone else for being such a great asset to me, and I'll continue to be your voice in the legislature too. Thank you very much.
Our next award goes to Senator Latham Tiver. Senator, if you could come up. Senator Tiver has one of the toughest jobs in the legislature. He is a pro-business, pro-economic growth Republican sitting on the Senate Environment Committee. You know, those who laughed understand that joke. Senator Tiver brings a calm, rational perspective to his work in the committee and in all his legislative endeavors. For those reasons and many, many others, we are honored to present to him today an award for his legislative leadership on behalf of the business community. Senator.
Another picture that's 10 years old. Wow. This business really gives you gray hair, huh? So when I first got into the political field, I started out as a deputy mayor of my town, and then I rose to the Burlington County freeholder, and I met a former Assemblyman, Ryan Peters. And he said, when you get up and talk to people, in front of people, make sure you practice the 3 Bs. So here we go. I want to thank you, Michelle, Chris, Ray, and Althea. Thank you to the New Jersey Business and Industry Association for this honor for presenting me with the Paul L. Trost Award. I'm honored for, excuse me, I'm grateful for this recognition and for the work NJBIA does every day to advocate for a stronger, more competitive New Jersey economy. I'm also happy to share this recognition with this year's recipients, Assemblyman Scharfenberger and Assemblyman Spearman. It's an honor to be included alongside colleagues who are equally committed to public service and economic growth. And congratulations to all the other award winners that are here today. Paul L. Trost set an extraordinary example for leadership in New Jersey. He was known for efficiency, for getting things done, and for delivering results. Completing New Jersey Turnpike in record time stands as an example of how effective government can work as a partner, not an obstacle. That model matters today more than ever. Businesses want a state government that respects their time, understands their challenges, and works with them to create jobs and opportunity. To the business community in South Jersey and across New Jersey, I want to thank you for trusting me to be your voice in Trenton. I take that responsibility seriously. And to everyone in the room, I want to thank you for being a resource over the last 2 years, because you're the experts in each and every one of your fields. I could talk construction, I can talk infrastructure, I can talk power plants all day long, because that's what I do on my day job. And for those of you who I talk to in the hallways in Trenton, I can talk dance dad stuff, prop dad stuff, baseball coach stuff, but it's you that I rely on for resources. And I'm also eager, last but not least, I'm also eager to work with the Sherrill administration and to move this state forward. So that's my best try at the 3 Bs. The 3 Bs are be bold, be brief, and be gone. Thank you again, everyone.
And now I'd like to invite up to the stage our Chief Government Affairs Officer, Chris Emmerholz.
Thank you very much, Ray, and thank you very much. Congratulations to all of the award winners. I do love the fact that Trost, who was instrumental in BIA's history, built the Turnpike, and a guy who built stuff for a living got a Trost Award. So congratulations again. We love to build stuff, BIA. It's a shame that Senate President Scutari was not able to join us today. He's actually out of state at a conference, but he's getting recognition because he's done so much behind the scenes to moderate some policies that are coming out of the legislature, and him and especially his staff are fantastic to work with. And especially, and I got to give a shout out to Ray Cantor worked with his staff and developed a bill to do a lot of the regulatory reforms that Governor Sherrill is now talking about. So we're excited about the prospects of that bill in the new session, and that's a Scutari bill on regulatory reform. So thank you to Senate President Scutari. Sorry you're not here, but here's the award that'll get sent to him.